While we have been discussing some of the details and the meaning behind the Nefilat Apayim, the sitting down, the leaning our head into our arm, and discussing some of the reasonings and meaning behind it, it's important to step back and take a few minutes and describe what exactly happens. What is the process? How does one properly perform Nefilat Apayim? Nefilat Apayim is done when in the context and in the space where there is either a Sefer Torah or even Sfarim, many say. If there are Sfarim there but no Sefer Torah, then that would also require Nefilas Apayim. And when doing so, one leans their head, their forehead upon their arm. It is important that one cover their arm, that there be some interruption between the skin of the arm and the skin of the forehead, because leaning skin upon skin is not considered to be separate, but is part and parcel of the same body, the same entity. And therefore, we make sure to separate the two. We have something, whether it is a sleeve or a talus, or even in cases of need, a table or other item in between that interrupts between the arm and the forehead. As mentioned previously, there are numerous reasons from this, but one of the reasons is a matter of humility, a matter of understanding our own shortcomings. And as a result, that level of perhaps embarrassment or even tznius is obtained by doing such a Nefilas Apayim. When putting our head on our arm, we try to not face our face directly towards the floor, but we try to lean it slightly sideways, as if we are resting in the arms of the Shekhinah, as if we are not looking to the floor itself, but slightly to the side. Finally, it is important to note that one is meant to be sitting when doing Nefilas Apayim. It is literally falling into the arm. And therefore, as Rabbi Liebtag mentioned yesterday, one of the accomplishments of doing that is to mimic Moshe Rabbeinu. So if we're doing the Ba'es Napal, we're doing the Nefilas Apayim, the falling, if we're simply standing and placing our head on our arm with no pressure, no support from the arm itself, that's not really falling into the arm. That is merely touching our arm to our forehead. We want to make sure we are falling into our arm, and therefore it should be done really sitting. And the most ideal way is to be sitting and to support our arm on something and lean our head upon that arm, supporting our head in that way. That is truly falling into that arm. If one is unable to actually sit, then one should try to find a place where they can at least lean, perhaps onto a wall or something, and even leaning so much that if the wall were to be removed, that the person would actually fall over. In that way, the true support is actually our head is actually leaning upon our arm. And so again, ideally would be to sit, to lean our head into our arm. And it is important, one more note, as a lefty, personally, I'm a lefty. And so in the morning, we do not lean our head onto where we have our tefillin. And so we are putting our arm on our other hand. However, it is, even for lefties at mincha or time when we are not wearing tefillin, we actually do still put it on, lean our head into our right arm, corresponding to the Shekhinah. And therefore, when wearing tefillin, we put it on our left arm, but at mincha, we do go back to the right arm. So again, the idea is to be leaning entirely, supporting on our arm to create the Nefilas Apayim, that sense of falling into our arm, falling into this matter of tznius and busha and respect for HaKadosh Baruch Hu when recognizing our shortcomings and discussing our need for his mercy. Have a great day.